Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 9, text number 46, 47. Suruchistam samutapya padavanantamarbhakham parishvajyaha jiveti baspa gadgadaya gira. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Suruchi, the younger mother of Dhruva Maharaj, seeing that the innocent boy had fallen at her feet, immediately picked him up, embracing him with her hands. And with tears of feeling, she blessed him with the words, "My dear boy, long may you live." Text 47. Yasya prasanno bhagavan gunair maitriyadivir harihi tasmai namanti bhutani nimnam apa ivaswayam. Unto one who has transcendental qualities, due to friendly behavior of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all living entities offer honor, just as water automatically flows down by nature. Purport. The question may be raised in this connection, why Suruchi, who is not at all favorably disposed through Dhruva, blessed him, "Long may you live," which means that she also desired good fortune for him. The answer is given in this verse. Since Dhruva Maharaj was blessed by the Lord due to his transcendental qualities, everyone was bound to offer him all respects and benediction, just as water by its nature flows downward. A devotee of the Lord does not demand respect from anyone, but wherever he goes, he is honored by everyone throughout the whole world with all respect. Srinivasa Acharya said that the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan are respected throughout the entire universe, because a devotee, having pleased the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the source of all emanations, automatically pleases everyone, and thus everyone offers him respect. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So after King Uttanapada embraced his son, smelled his head again, bathing him with torrents of rain, torrents of tears of joy. Mother Suruchi, the younger mother of Dhruva Maharaj, being moved by Dhruva Maharaj falling at her feet, immediately picked him up, embracing him with her hands, and with also tears of feeling, she blessed him, "My dear boy, long may you live." After describing this, Maitreya says, unto one who has transcendental qualities, due to friendly behavior with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all living entities offer honor, just as water automatically flows down by nature. This subject matter of honor and respect is one of the most complicated to understand. Krishna consciousness, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is a person. We are also persons. So persons mean interrelationship between persons, and honor and respect is very much part of the interrelationship between persons. The dictum for the devotee is not to seek honor or respect. Not because honor and respect is untouchable. The prohibition is in not seeking for oneself. That doesn't mean honor and respect does not exist. In the absolute dealings, the absolute world, the absolute dealing between persons, honor and respect is very much part. Just because there is a prohibition that one should not seek honor and respect, one should not hate honor and respect. One should try to understand the right application of honor and respect. Just like it is wrong or it is sinful to seek sense gratification, to seek pleasure is a fallen condition of the living entity. To seek pleasure for himself is a fallen condition. That doesn't mean he hates pleasure. Pleasure has its absolute value in giving pleasure to the Supreme Lord. So in the same way, just because we should not seek pleasure for ourselves, we do not take away pleasure from our world. We do not take away pleasure from our dictionary. We do not take away pleasure from our philosophy. Exactly in the same way, we do not eliminate the use, application, and involvement in honor and respect. Honor and respect have to be rightly placed in giving honor and giving respect, and not seeking honor and respect. Manina manadena. So the problem with pleasure, problem with honor, problem with respect is all about it being self-centered. As far as Mayavadis are concerned, they hate. All these are ego. I should eliminate pleasure. I should eliminate respect. These are all Maya. One should go beyond all this, because the absolute truth is nirguna, impersonal. And absolute truth is not a person. Where is the question of honor, dishonor, all these things? There is a tendency of our mind to negate the existence of all these things, negate the value of all these things, because he thinks the soul has no ego. Soul has a real ego, which we discussed yesterday. Krishna has an absolute ego. Every living entity has an absolute ego. That ego, of course, is perverted in this material world by misidentifying with a material identity and creating a material ego. I am this body. So because I am the body is an ego, is a false ego. The soul's real ego is driving the false ego. The false ego, the ego in the false ego is a real ego. It is a real ego who is misidentifying with something which it is not. And that is a haunted state. So all living entities in this material world are absolute egos being haunted by something which they are not. And because false ego is driven by ego, you will see in this material world pleasure, honor, dishonor, all these things are there. And this material world therefore becomes a reflection of how things will be in the spiritual world. Spiritual world will be exactly like this. But this is perverted. You remove all the perversions in this material world, then this material world is spiritual world. The most important, the worst perversion is forgetfulness of Krishna. So if you see in the material world, there is complete forgetfulness of Krishna. Because of forgetfulness of Krishna, everybody is a self-centered living being. He is conditioned like that. Because why is he conditioned like that by Maya? Because he has desired that kind of an independent existence, independent seeking of Satchit Ananda. So this is a world full of competition, of everybody trying to extract from the other Satchidananda for himself, power for himself, pleasure for himself, love for himself. So as very much as honor and respect are very much part of the absolute realm, one has to train oneself as a sadhaka when he is in this material world by living in the midst of the Vaishnavas and learning how to give respect and honor to everyone and not expect anything for himself. This is an injunction, this is an instruction for someone to become a devotee. He sees and respects everyone as a devotee. I am not a devotee. That is, then only you can respect. Everybody else is serving Krishna. I am contaminated. I have no sincerity. But I got the blessings of my spiritual master. Therefore, I am in this path. As we discussed yesterday, the one thing that the devotee takes pride in is in his identity as eternal servant of Krishna, that drives him. And when he sees that he is not able to serve Krishna, his constitutional position is, I am an eternal servant of Krishna, but I am unable to love him sufficiently, I am unable to serve him sufficiently, sincerely. So it is not a feeling humility is not a feeling of situation of hopelessness. Feeling of humility increases his hope. Because the more he feels he is helpless, the more the Lord helps him. The more he attracts the mercy of the Lord. Humility attracts the mercy of the Lord. One always feels insufficiency without the association of the Lord. That feeling of insufficiency without the association of the Lord, that brings humility. And when humility attracts the mercy of the Lord, the devotee becomes ever grateful and becomes more humble, thinking that this is a costless mercy that I have received. I have not cost it. The Lord has costlessly given me this mercy. He becomes more humble. So the attitude of humility becomes deep-rooted in a devotee when he has the right kind of relationship with the Supreme Lord. And he also sees the relationship of other jivas with the Supreme Lord. Here Dhruva Maharaj, being completely enlightened, the transcendental touch of the Supreme Lord, having seen him face to face, purified his heart of all ahankara of being this body, being part of this material society, material body, material society. His natural original situation that I am inseparable part and parcel of the Supreme Lord is awakened. When it is awakened, there is no place for false ego. False ego is forgetting that I am servant of Krishna. Next step is acquisition of a false ego. First is forgetfulness. When forgetfulness comes, then there is no question of false ego. So, pure devotee is free from false ego. So, all these false egos are material egos. So, now Dhruva Maharaj has a transcendental vision. He left the palace with vengeance. He left the palace with anger. He left the palace with false ego clash. Mother Suruchi's false ego and his false ego and father's false ego clashed, and he reacted and he went into the forest. Now that he got enlightened, all his ill feelings have gone away. Now he is coming and touching the feet of the father and mother. He is feeling grateful that everybody was a cause for giving me mercy from Lord. He is seeing that whatever happened is a mercy of the Lord. That's how the devotee thinks. Whatever happens to him, There is something that the Lord wants to teach. My life is not in my control. My life in control of the Lord. Why this happened? Some kind of blessings the Lord wants to give me. Therefore this has happened. So he does not see anything out of the control of the Lord, whatever happens to his life. And also he does not assign people the reason. He does not assign the cause of his suffering, cause of his distress as any person other than the Lord himself. Ultimate cause is him. Everybody is an instrument in the hands of the Lord, especially among the devotee dealings. The final cause is the Lord. Personally he is involved in it. Not impersonally or at a distance, not as per laws of karma. Lord utilizes our prarabdha karma, our weaknesses and all those things. But ultimately he is in control of everything in devotee's life. So when he does not assign any cost of his distress to another Vaishnava, his heart is always clean. He does not have any ill feelings. Just like Dhruva Maharaj came back, he does not have any ill feeling towards the people who caused him. Why? He went, it began with ill feeling. Then he touched the Lord. His ill feeling went away. Similarly, every day we chant the holy name of the Lord. You worship the holy name of the Lord. There is no difference between what Dhruva Maharaj's experience and our experience. In terms of reality, he also touched the Lord through the visuals, through the form of the Lord. We also touch the Shabda, Avatara, the sound of the Lord. There is no difference between sound and form of the Lord. So you touch. So if you chant nicely, chant and hear nicely, then automatically in the community of Vaishnavas where we live, so many clashes may happen in the ashram, all those things. It is taken in a stride without any ill feelings towards anybody. See the final situation. By the influence of the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj is back and they are all embracing each other, tears of joy. So when one makes advancement in spiritual life, forgiveness becomes part of his nature. Of course, yesterday was a very interesting statement Prabhupada said, that feelings of insult or honor in this material world are never perceived by the devotee. That is a higher state. When you perceive, we should forgive. When you don't perceive, just like Ambarish Maharaj never perceived that Dhruva Maharaj was, Durvasa Muni was hurting him. He never perceived. He never perceived insult. Because he was absorbed in his ego, in the ego of the Lord, as a servant of the Lord. He had no time for identifying himself with being part of this material world. Absorbed in different kinds of devotion services. Of course, Dhruva Maharaj was here, he perceived the insult and he went and he came back. Now onwards he will not perceive anything. Honor, dishonor, nothing he will perceive. But as conditioned souls, when we practice, we should practice tolerance because we feel insulted. If you're pure devotee, you don't perceive insult or honor. Okay, we're not pure devotees. We feel insult. We feel dishonored. What is the injunction? Yeah, to see that nobody is the cause of this. In my life, whatever is happening, Krishna is the cause for a reason. So I should not assign that cause to somebody else. This person scolded me, this person shouted at me. No. Everybody is only an instrument, especially among the devotees. Devotees are only instrument. So this attitude should be cultivated. This example of Dhruva Maharaj is very, very instructive. There is no question of going back to Godhead if we have ill feelings towards anybody. Oh, he hurt me, he was unfair to me, he tortured me. You have all those things, you cannot go back to Godhead. Though it may all be true. It may all be true that he tortured, everything. Just see Srila Prabhupada's example. In his last days, he was begging forgiveness from all his god brothers. I have offended, not that if I have offended. Said, I have offended you, please forgive me. I have offended you, please forgive me. In the course of preaching Krishna consciousness, I have offended you, Prabhupada said. I have offended you, I have hurt you. For the sake of preaching, I have hurt you. Now I am not in that mood. I am going to leave this world. I beg forgiveness for all that. So as I I spoke in the beginning that this concept of honor, respect, everything has to be seen. It exists. It has to be seen from two perspectives. From one's own perspective and the perspective of what we should give to others. We do not expect but give to others. We do not expect, but if invariably our duty is not to expect, but you cannot tell somebody, you cannot stop, as it is said here, that Srinivas Acharya said, the 6 Goswamis are very dear to all the entities in this universe, it says. Said that the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan are respected throughout the entire universe. Because a devotee having pleased the Supreme Personality of Godhead, source of all emanations, automatically pleases everyone, and thus everyone offers him respect. Just see. It is not about some transaction. Respect is not a transaction. Respect is a natural flow based on reality of one's connection with the Supreme Lord. So there is no question of expecting, but respect will come. So you have to deal with respect. So one is you are not supposed to expect honor and respect. And we are people, we are persons, other Vaishnavas are persons. My injunction is not to expect. Another Vaishnava standing by my side, his instruction is also not to expect for himself, but he should give. So I should not expect respect or honor, but there is an injunction that the other should give respect and honor. So respect and honor will come and keep falling on your lap. So okay, I did not expect, it has come. How to deal with it? One should immediately consider oneself that this respect and honor is coming due to the assets that Srila Prabhupada and Krishna has bestowed upon me. Therefore, this respect also is due to the real owner of the assets. If somebody is appreciating and respecting some good quality in me, that good quality is a mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and therefore that respect from the heart of the devotee, not only does not expect respect and honor, whenever it comes to it, he'll empty his heart and pass on that to Srila Prabhupada. He'll pass on that to the Vaishnavas who gave him that mercy through association. And he does not keep anything himself. So in this way, a devotee's heart, he does not expect, nor does he carry respect and honor that somebody else gives. If he carries, then he creates a false ego. Within the community of Vaishnavas, he carries. So respect and honor that somebody gives to another Vaishnava, the Vaishnava should not accumulate it. Would be light-hearted. Nothing, I am simply an empty servant of Krishna. Whatever I have is given by him. Nirmama bhavana. I am possessionless. Absolutely possessionless. But I may have so many things in my possession now temporarily, which is a reality. I may have power, I may have this, I may have that, but his consciousness is nirmama consciousness. I do not own anything. I am a pauper. The fact is it is not simply psyching oneself up. He sees that before I came to Krishna consciousness, I did not have anything. I did not have understanding that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead also. Now if I have Krishna consciousness and I glorify Krishna, and somebody comes and says, so nicely you have glorified Krishna, one should immediately understand, immediately within the heart and even externally, give the credit. Genuinely, it is genuine because I know what I am, what I was. So what I was plus Guru's Kripa has made me what I am. So it is all mercy of Prabhupada and Krishna. So in this way, Vaishnava should learn how to deal with honor and respect from different perspectives. You cannot avoid. If you avoid, then you become impersonal. You have to learn how to understand this properly. The community life, sadhu sangha, Vaishnava association happens in sadhu sangha, guru, sadhu, shastra. And sadhu sangha is a great opportunity to actually practice what guru and shastra is saying. That is why it said, oh, for me to advance, guru and shastra is enough. Wrong. You need all three. For me to advance, Guru alone is enough. Wrong. Because Guru is backed by Shastra. And Guru is instructing, learn the Shastra. No, Guru Maharaj, only you are enough. Right? I am telling you, you study the Shastra, you are saying I am enough. So Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Sadhu, sometimes we say, Sadhu Sangha, we generally think, hearing lectures from other devotees. No, when you fight in the ashram with another devotee, that is also Sadhu Sangha. Because from that you will become depressed. Prabhu, this Prabhu is always scolding me, always scolding me, always scolding me. Sometimes new young devotees come to me, Prabhu, how to take this scolding? My trainer is always scolding me. I told him, you will get a chance to scold, don't worry. Now you are trained, next you will become trainer. Learn how to tolerate. What is this? What in Sadhu Sangha, what to do? Everybody is scolding. Go to Guru and Shastra. What to do? You learn from there what to do. So it's an opportunity to learn. At least you can learn. Simple thing. It is temporary only. I will not be permanently assistant pujari. Okay, 5-6 months. Everything in this world is temporary. Let him scold. Immediately become peaceful. Otherwise you will think, oh, how can he is eternally scolding me. I will be eternally in this situation. Nothing, everything will come and go. I should not take hurt. There must let me learn what is being told. Maybe Krishna is doing all this to bring down my ego. If somebody is doing something rightly and somebody scolds him, hey, like this, then you become very upset. Prabhu, I didn't do anything wrong and still is scolding. That also you have to learn in this world. For no wrong of yours, you will be punished. Because immediate reason you don't see. So fighting for fairness. Oh, I went to my authority, I didn't get fairness. Immediately devotee should think there must be some other reason. I have done my duty. I went to my authority, sought fairness. Finally, fairness did not come. My authority did not hear me fully. So nothing is perfect here. No. In the midst of imperfection, there is perfection. In Sadhu Sangha. If the devotee is learning, he is seeing, he is always seeing Krishna's hand in everything. Then the devotee, through Sadhu Sangha, he learns how to be a Vaishnava, how to practice devotional service in the midst of the devotees. Because ultimately, Krishna consciousness means not only like a neophyte, only relationship with Krishna, or not only relationship with Guru and Krishna, but seeing all the living entities as connected to Krishna in that right perspective. So unless we learn that, in the spiritual world, we have to deal with All pure devotees. Everyone around you is pure devotee. So you have to be a pure devotee. Huh? So therefore it is training. In this sadhu sangha is a training of how to respect the other Vaishnavas also. So it's a challenge. Just like you say, there's a book which talks about how to swim. That is the Shastra. How to swim. What does Krishna say in the Bhagavad Gita? Immediately you will answer. Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tam sarvapapebhyo mokshesha masucha. That is swimming book. Instruction. Are you following it? No. Then the Guru is there. Guru is the one who coaches. Not externally, internally, all manner. Is empowered. Chaitya Guru and external Guru. They coach how to do Sarvadharman Parityaja. And where to do Sarvadharman Parityaja? Finally, where do you learn Sarvadharman Parityaja? Where do you learn swimming finally? In the water. So you learn how to advance in Krishna consciousness in sadhu sangha. That's the water. That's where you are tested. Your tolerance is tested. Patience is tested. False ego is tested. Sense of independence is tested. Sense of dependence upon Krishna is tested. So if you can maintain Krishna consciousness in the ashram, among the Vaishnavas, with a clean heart, then one makes quick advancement in Krishna consciousness. Then the quality of association with the Lord accelerates. If our quality of dealings with Vaishnavas are clean, then clean of ill feelings. Conflicts will be there, all those things will be there, but the heart is always light, clean. And then there is acceleration of effects of japa. Everything else that you are doing of direct association with the Lord, the quality of that increases. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. My question is regarding, like you said, that the association of devotees is that practicality where I get to learn the sense of dependence, sense of... now, what about those people who don't have this?
What about?
What about those people who don't have this? So is it that they are unfortunate? Or is it that now someone might say, I can chant the holy names of the Lord, I have Shastra with me, I have Guru with me, I still can progress, but then what about this major practicality aspect of living the association of devotees, which I don't have for some reason, because he's away from the association? How can he get association of devotees?
He has to seek the association of devotees. Every Vaishnava has to seek the Vaishnava. Without association, it is not possible to advance in Krishna consciousness. Without jumping into the water, it is not possible to become a swimmer. So therefore, Prabhupada said, I have created this International Society for Krishna Consciousness for the sake of association of sadhus. So let's say somebody is a congregation. He does not, get that facility so much. But whatever he gets, first he should utilize it. He should not think that I will only chant nicely and I will read Prabhupada's book, then where are you practicing it? You have to practice it in the association of devotees. That means one should learn how to associate with sadhus in the temple. Everybody cannot come into the temple. Everybody cannot come into a community like this. But he can make his house a community of Vaishnavas. He can practice that in his house itself. That is one thing. Apart from that, whenever he interacts, he should seek more and more association of Vaishnavas. That is why it is said that somebody who is, see, it is not, why the devotees have got association? Why you got to join the ashram? Because you decided to join ashram. Joining ashram at a young age, there is a lot of things that happen without which you could not have joined. What are the lot of things? You lost hope in the material society, which is a very important thing. It's an important qualification. Therefore you got sadhu sangha. You lost hope in the asat sangha, in the outside world. So therefore, those who still have not lost hope will not get full sadhu sangha. We are responsible for everything, as you said. Not some people are more fortunate, less fortunate. More fortunate or less fortunate, that fortune is also created by our free will. Over and above that, costlessly I have been. Our free will alone is not enough. I may want sadhu sangha, I may be fed up of this world, but still circumstances may not be able to make you come and stay in the ashram. Isn't it? So much, therefore, costless mercy of Guru and Krishna is also required to get sadhu sangha. That is why it is said that when somebody leaves the ashram, most of the time you will identify some relational problem he has got with Vaishnavas, with authorities. That is why. That means he is failing, I won't swim anymore. He is supposed to swim, learn swimming and cross over. But somewhere he says, I don't want to learn swimming, it's too difficult. I will practice Krishna consciousness at home. Nobody to tell me anything, nothing. I will practice at home. So it definitely leaving the association of Vaishnavas is a failure. Failure as a sadhaka. Gaining association of Vaishnavas is a gift from Prabhupada and Krishna. And devotees sometimes they forget all this. Oh my God, some relational problem I had, but what all wonderful things I am getting. I am getting prasadam, Lord's mercy every day. It's not easy to live on prasadam alone outside world. Not easy. So I am getting prasadam. I may get one nice food if I have a lot of money. Go to hotels and eat nicely. But to get prasadam is not easy. To most of the time when I am living, I am seeing other faces with tilaks. Not easy to see. Everywhere you go, you walk here, cross there, you will see one tilak and one Vaishnava. Sadhu Sangha. Otherwise you have to see karmis faces. Face is an index of the mind, they say, right? When you see the karmi's face, their mind also you touch. When you see the face of a Vaishnava, you touch their mind. Oh, he is another servant of Prabhupada. That is association. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. You mentioned about you have mentioned about the respectfully dealing with the assets given by Prabhupada and Krishna in the association of devotees. Just adding on to what Prabhu has asked, Vijay Gaurang Prabhu has asked. So now, when a congregation devotee has lot of opulences, obviously they are owing to the mercy of Guru and Krishna. But he is not yet part of the Sadhu Sangha. So how does he has to handle this respectfully? We can perfectly respectfully, engage these things in an association of devotees.
Engage in
the association of devotees. We can respectfully deal with these assets and opulences. How do we deal with assets and opulences by a congregation when he is not in the midst of sadhus? Because these opulences are itself are the reason for getting into Maya.
See, due to his own prarabdha karma, if he is in an opulent situation, that's a lot of money he has got. And now we have to instruct him. Let's say he's taken initiation also. Now we have to instruct him how to deal with all his opulences. So devotee we should tell him that the meaning of Diksha, meaning of surrendering to Guru, means surrendering you, your karma, everything. That means whatever you have, now the owner is Guru. And Guru's is the perfect personality who can engage everything that I have in service of the Lord. So, therefore, that sense of detachment from that, and for this particular thing you need, because you need association of sadhus who can help you engage what you have in Krishna's service. So slowly that it is not easy to give up this idea. When he chants nicely, then he gets give up this idea of this is mine. You can have all the opulences with you without feeling it is mine. So sadhu's duty is to speak this and preach to the person, make him understand these things. This is as far as his opulences are concerned. And it is not that somebody who is a congregation has no opportunity to swim. There will be other congregation devotees. Congregation devotees among themselves is also a sadhu sangha. So we see so many times, so many temples, congregation devotees, they fight with each other. This group, that group, I don't like him, I don't like. So if he wants, he should take it as a challenge. No, this is not the standard. There's something Krishna is teaching me. I have to respect anybody who has received the nama from the Lord. He may have so many defects, so many shortcomings he may have. But there is something good in him, that is why he has got the Harinama. So we should see, one congregation should see others, other congregation should see other Vaishnavas as made up of multiple slices of personalities. Just because I had to encounter an unpleasant slice of this personality due to circumstances, I should not label that person as, oh, he is a bad congregation. Same thing in ashram also. Just because some devotee has not been kind to you, you feel, oh, he is not a good devotee. I don't want to associate with him. The very fact that he is in the ashram means there exist many, many faces of this person which I have not seen. So I am unwilling to see. Because every time I see him, I will see him with my first experience or whatever, I will see him. Yeah, I saw, yeah. But there are so many others who are seeing him. He may not be friendly to you. That may be you are upset. Oh, he is not friendly to me. But you will see that he is very close friends with some other Vaishnava. That means he has got friendship. He has got quality of being friendly. With me it has happened. Maybe I have caused it. Maybe I have caused it. So why should I label him as unfriendly? Don't label anybody. Labeling people is tamoguna. He is like that. Okay, in such and such a circumstances, he was like that. This is truth. He is 24 hours not like that. In language also we say, Prabhu, this person is always angry. It is impossible for anybody to be always angry. It is a lie. It is a misperception. Maybe 50% of the time he is angry. But in your mind, you don't label that person. He is always angry. Prabhu, he is always proud. Prabhu, he is always puffed up. This is labeling. Partial seeing. You are not seeing the total person. Some devotion, some surrender, all this person has, otherwise he wouldn't be here. Some sacrifice, everything is there. Let me see all that things. So when you see all the good things, the negative things go away. And when you see the person with all his good things, you will attract his good personality towards you. You see only his negative qualities, you will always attract his negative qualities. One time he has been angry, then you think he is an angry person. Every time you see, with respect to you, you will attract anger from him. But if you start seeing all the other aspect of that person, you will see other aspect of person will be coming towards you. Oh, it's not, I did not think all these good qualities were there in that person. I tamasically labeled. Tamasic means you only see one slice. You don't see full picture, full personality. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.